There's a rumor going around that the FBI has interviewed the infamous members of CABO 6 and that the Mexican side wants to obtain the script of these conversations. The whole month has passed since the start of the official investigation by the American authorities, and the guilty in Shanquella Robinson's death still walk around. But the situation changes quickly, and here are the recent updates. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Celeb Live channel. We keep following the tragic events that took the life of the American citizen Shanquella Robinson during her vacation in Mexico last year. Now, with both Mexican police and FBI conducting their independent investigation, we have our hopes that the culprits will be punished soon. And it seems that they are getting there. Stay with us for the next several minutes to learn more. The FBI has been pretty silent since they publicly announced in the press about the beginning of the official investigation of the North Carolina resident Shanquella Robinson, the U.S. Authorities chose to conduct an independent investigation, although the Mexican prosecutors have been working on the case since October 2022, when the tragedy happened. Mexico's position complicates with all the members of the group that Shanquella had been traveling with leaving the country and coming back to the States, while there has been no official statement from the U.S. side about the nature of the crime. The recording with two unnamed women, one of whom was later recognized as Shanquella, went viral on the internet and created a loud bang in society. With the slowness of the investigation process and the fact that something was simply dark in the whole story, fans were getting suspicious. One fan emotionally reacted. They know her name. They just won't give her story the same coverage as a white woman. It's frustrating as hell. At FBI, at FBI Charlotte, at State Department, at the Justice Department, I honestly believe Shanquella's case is sacrificed for a trade deal, order, issues, or info on the cartels. Another user of Twitter commented about the slow work of the authorities and their desire to hush the investigation. The FBI will hunt down and ensure public awareness for an American white woman killed in a foreign country, but won't lift a finger for a black woman. Where is the update on the murder of Shanquella Robinson? At FBI Charlotte, at State Department, at the Justice Department. Pretend she was white. The FBI has finally agreed to use the video in their investigation, apparently because it was recorded at the same villa where Robinson's body was found. The disturbing footage that was reposted on every social media and seen by millions of people shows one woman violently and repeatedly hitting another girl, while a man who was recording all that was commenting with a prominent American accent, at least, fight back. Apart from recording this attack on his smartphone, he did not even think of interfering. The tabloids published multiple screenshots of this recording and claimed that the woman under attack was Shanquella and her assaulter was one of her travel companions. Although we cannot see the victim's face on the footage and there has never been official proof that the woman on that recording is indeed Shanquella, the Mexican authorities take this evidence seriously. You see, Robinson's death and its details are surrounded by multiple controversies. Thus, the prosecutor claims that by the time the police arrived at the luxurious villa Shanquella and her friends rented for a vacation, the victim was already dead. And according to the police report, Robinson was treated for alcohol poisoning by a local doctor who was urgently summoned to the place. When talking to Shanquella's family, CABO 6 stated that intoxication was the cause of death. However, it was later confirmed by Robinson's mother Salamandra that the results of the autopsy didn't match this entire story. Finally obtaining the translation of her daughter's death certificate, Salamandra found out that it was actually multiple fractures of the spinal cord and neck that led to her child's death. In light of this horrifying discovery, Shanquella's mother expressed her concerns about the real turn of events that had happened to her daughter in Mexico. She said that she felt glad and relieved to know that both Mexican authorities and the FBI take it seriously and investigate it as a murder. However, with a cautious approach and not enough proof, they cannot point at any certain person and convict him at this point. Mrs. Robinson doesn't understand why Shanquella's friends told her it was intoxication, while the acquired autopsy report clearly stated the real cause of death, confirmed by a professional. Now knowing that Shanquella's death was not an accident, the Mexican prosecutor changed his mind and announced that they are going to investigate this case as a homicide. Previously, before the video was leaked to the press and online, the officials were cautious in claiming that Shanquella's death qualifies as murder. Apparently, the recording of the assault pushed the investigation forward and gave Mexico more confidence and the direction where to look for the culprit. Salamandra Robinson, who saw the video, immediately recognized the victim as her daughter and wondered why no one who was in the room with Shanquella did not rush to protect her. It was obvious that the victim didn't stand a chance against her attacker. The people in question are the group of friends Shanquella went to Mexico with. According to her mother, all of them knew each other since college, and she personally knew one of the guys. He was one of the closest friends of the victim and frequently visited their home, and Salamandra even allowed him to join them on family trips. However, she has not heard a single word from him since she received the translation of the death certificate. The mother prays that she will finally get the answer because knowing what exactly happened to her daughter will allow her to sleep at night. Salamandra recalls that Shanquella was a kind and friendly person and cannot imagine was the possible reason that could lead to such a brutal attack and beating of her daughter. Do you also feel that these so-called friends are hiding something and slowing down the investigation even more? However, there is not much good news for the grieving family so far. With all members of CABO 6 urgently leaving Mexico and coming back to the US, there is not much that the FBI and Mexican authorities can do. Fans are infuriated because they feel like someone is deliberately stalling the process. One person wrote on Twitter, "Shanquella's story is fading away as her murderers lie freely among us, leaving her loved ones to suffer without answers as to why they buried their only child. Hashtag justice for Shanquella, hashtag CABO 6, hashtag homicide, hashtag Mexico, hashtag FBI, hashtag Shanquella Robinson." And another commented, "Honoring Shanquella Robinson is a good thing, but FBI and the Mexico Authority need to be more in honoring her by moving in on Winter Donovan, Malik Dyer, Alyssa Wyatt, Cale Koch, DeJohnny Jackson, Niazar Wiggins, and the extradition process need to be for all of them. We hope that the culprits sleep very badly because the eyes of the whole internet are on this case, and the fans are not going to let this story die until the guilty are found." Shanquella's family is determined to fight for the truth as well, and her sister Tequila Long made a public statement saying that they are now raising money for future investigation and legal fees. Even with the video going viral on the internet, the US, authorities keep delaying the investigation. The family is devastated by such news and keeps raising money to cover the fees. Currently, they have received more than $350,000 of donations, including the generous donation of $50,000 made by none the less but Kyrie Irving, the basketball star and a player of the Brooklyn Nets. As we are waiting for the investigation to unfold faster, the FBI works hard to prove that CABO 6 is actually related to the incident. However, after the big announcement that the case is not open and the FBI is gathering evidence, no further comments followed. As it was stated by the State Attorney General's Office of Mexico, the two investigations are not connected, but the FBI might have already spoken to the members of the group Shanquella was visiting the Mexican resort with. The Mexican side already confirmed that they'd treat Robinson's death as possible femicide, despite what the police report says, and will work hard until they find the truth. With these statements, Shanquella's family and multiple fans again get the hope that the mysterious case of Robinson's death at the Mexican resort will soon come to its logical ending. As one fan commented on Twitter, "I am glad that US justice system at FBI is addressing Mexico medical staff's failure to act appropriately regarding hashtag Shanquella demise. I only hope that all involved are dealt with. The callous attitudes of the hashtag CABO6 can't be ignored, nor supported. None can go unchecked." And another mentioned that it may be longer than we all hope. Shanquella Robinson's case is still open. The Mexican government issued a warrant for the arrest of the woman engaged in fighting her. It's being translated into English, which can take months so that it is accurate before being given to the FBI to pick up the accused. We would all love to see how this story ends. And most importantly, the appropriate punishment will find those who are guilty of taking the life of a young woman away. Let's cross our fingers that the FBI and the Mexican authorities will speed up the investigation. And we, as usual, will be following the news to share it with you. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We will be coming back soon with a new portion of information.